Chastity is apprenticeship in self-mastery, which is training in human freedom. Whoa, chastity is human freedom? Because chastity can conjure up a lot of things for me, and freedom isn't the first thing I land on. It's a galvanizing thought because I want to be more free. Duh, of course, but I'm a very sort of black or white, all or nothing person. So I usually give up at the first sign of failure. I just retreat back into myself. My story isn't one filled with sort of deep sexual attractions and addictions that have left me feeling out of control in my passions. I am one who's very inclined towards despair, primarily sourced in my identity as a single woman who longs to be married. Historically, I've hated my body and my unique imprint of femininity, and have felt it hopeless that a guy would ever find me desirable enough to be his girlfriend, let alone his wife. And this despair immobilized me for much of my life. I felt helpless to fight against this chronic sadness, and darkness would settle on me because of this self-hatred. Gratefully, I've worked through some of that. Thank you, Living Waters. And part of my journey of chastity and wholeness is living out this truth of my identity as a good gift in my life. I've been empowered to renounce lies and to not be victimized by these old familiar thoughts of unworthiness. Hallelujah. But there still remains an unwanted singleness. And this is sort of the irony of all of this, that believing you are a good gift to the other doesn't mandate that the other validates your gift romantically. There's this fundamental tension between my identity as a good gift being progressively more and more realized as I become more and more chaste. But the reality also remains that no single guy yet has recognized that in a romantic pursuit of me. And honestly, of course, that stings. I'm not going to overly spiritualize it, and I'm not going to deny it exists. It's a pain in my life. And given my history, I am tempted to a familiar passive state of despair. Always the bridesmaid. I'm never the bride, waiting hopelessly for some dashing gentleman to choose me. And the love of my life, Patrick Mahomes, is already happily married with a beautiful wife and beautiful children. So the irony continues. No, but in this way, I'm a victim to forces outside of my control. Tempting sometimes to want to just declare some vague and unofficial celibacy for the kingdom and give up on the whole hoping to be married thing. But when I read this about chastity in the catechism, I'm roused to be better, to not be just passive as a single woman waiting for a guy, but to choose right now to be free to be the good gift that I am, regardless if I get married or not. Not a victim, but a victor through the crucified and resurrected one.